good people, welcome back to Beauty and the Frizz. My name is Cara. Whether you're new or returning, thanks so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. I am going to be playing with the new Coral Paisley Quint by Dior, this one right here, and a new lipstick that I got too. So if you want to just, I'm pretty much getting ready for work today, so if you want to go ahead and get ready with me or unready or whatever you're doing, keep on watching this video. Let me know what you think. And if makeup is your therapy and your love, if it makes you happy and you want to connect with another enthusiast that feels the same way, definitely consider joining the community because I would love to have you back. All right, let's get started. So I have now 4 of these new Velvet Eyeshadow Quints. This one is Coral Paisley, and I thought it would look nice but not overly matchy-matchy with the dress that I have on today for work. I'm just gonna go ahead and swatch it, and you know, we'll go ahead and get into it. So I already uploaded my video on the blue Velvet Quint that I really actually like. I'm really surprised about that one because I'm just not a huge fan of blue eyeshadows. And to be honest, I don't think these Velvet Quints swatch very nicely. And you can't tell everything from a swatch, but like swatches wouldn't make me excited about it. I'd be like, dusty, rusty. You look dusty. Have y'all seen that? Never mind, let me just move on. But they're the swatches, and you could, I mean, this is not selling it, so, and I'm not trying to sell it, but this did not sell it for me because the swatches that are on the site, I don't know if they have primer on, I don't know, but these are like $62, so you know that this didn't do it for me. What I really liked about this one was this orange here. This orange is beautiful, and I've used this Quint already, so I just wanted to film with it. And I wanted to do kind of a soft, kind of ethereal orangey look today for work. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, let me tell you what I have going on today. Today is an important day for me and for Markie. Markie is going to middle school next year, and I'm really concerned because Markie is not in a general education classroom. Now, for those who don't know, Markie has autism. Let me see what color I want to start with really fast. I think I'm going to start with this middle shade here, and I'm going to take it on a BK Beauty 201 brush in the transition area. Now, this shade is going to be very close to my skin tone, so I'm really just setting down the primer that I have on, which is Urban Decay. So, you know, as a team, Markie has been getting help since he was 1. Before 1, we noticed some changes, not really changes, but some things in his behavior that weren't, what do we call it? Neurotypical. And my nephew Brian is the same age, so Markie's 3 months behind him. So, you know, was just expecting certain things to happen, and they didn't, you know? So, and that includes talking, especially talking, eye contact, all of that stuff. So Markie's been getting help for a really long time, services and things like that. But my concern is that he never had a chance to participate in a general education classroom. Now, when he was young like that, pre-K, kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade, even 3rd grade, I, as a teacher, didn't think he was ready either. This is a nice transition shade, very soft, not gonna, I don't know, show up on everybody. This is close to my skin tone, but just a little bit deeper. The blend, okay. Anyway, but now, as a 5th grader, and even when he was in 4th grade, you know, started to see a lot of changes in Markie. The talking, you know, started to increase. His awareness began to increase. His reading. I mean, I was so concerned, like, how am I going to teach him to read? I have no clue how I'm going to do that. But he's doing all of that. And I'm not saying it's on a 5th grade level, but I also know we just don't know how far Markie can go at this point. And so My concern is now that he's going into middle school, he's going to continue to be behind because Markie has an IEP. And for those who don't know, this looks good. It's an individualized education plan. So his teachers pretty much are working on those goals, not necessarily 5th grade standardized goals. And I didn't even know I was going to be talking about all this in the video, but yeah, that's kind of where we are. And he needs to be pushed further. And the longer he stays in an alternative situation, the less likely it's going to be that he's able to be on a diploma track. Like he'll have a certificate, but not a diploma. And I want to give him that opportunity. So today we're going to be talking about options for middle school. And it's a really important meeting. I want to push for him to get what's called a non-public placement. But that means that the county would have to pay for him to go to a different school. And a lot of times counties don't want to do that for whatever reason, because they act like it's coming out of their direct pocket. And that's just a hot mess. It's such a game with education that it's really, 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 it's very disappointing, the games. But let me see. I want to go into the bright orange. I'm trying to think about how I used this last time, but I want to try to make this bright orange be the standout, and I'm just using it on the same brush, and I'm going to tap it off. See, that's got like a nice, that's a nice color right here. It's like a, they call this coral, and I guess it is, but when I think of coral lately, I've been seeing more like of a pinky orange, but I love this orange. It is just, it's beautiful. It really, really is. Anyway, this meeting is important. His grandparents are coming, and I just want the best situation, the best outcome for him. And one of the things that I may have to do if I don't get the outcome at this meeting is get what's called an educational advocate. And that's their specialty, to make sure that children are being placed correctly and given opportunities. And they do not come cheap. So that's what's going on with me today. We also have an assembly today at my school that I just found out was virtual, which is a little disappointing because, you know, I'm always looking for a break with these kids because it's a lot right now, y'all. Like, seriously, I'm getting like messages. People are like, today's the last day of school. I'm like, good for you. We still have till the 24th of June. What do y'all think about this shade? Because I think it is beautiful. I think it is so, so, so nice. I just knew this shade was going to come through when I saw it. I'm just like, oh my God. Because I absolutely love orange eyeshadow so much. And this is just doing it for me. I think when I wore this before, I wore the orange all over the lid. I mean, you could do a one and done with this orange and be like an orange fairy and keep it pushing. But I am going to just try to showcase some more shades now. You know, I'm not a huge fan of these shimmers, so I don't know. I could do that. I think I want to go into this little peachy shade here, and I'm gonna just take it on my finger. Now again, these are, yeah, the peachy shade looks better. These are satins. These are, if you love indie, and I'm sure I said this in the Blue Velvet video, you're gonna have to adjust how you feel about the shimmers, because these are for people that want a smooth, kind of soft shimmer. It's not gonna be shimming the way that you might want it to. I'm gonna put a little bit of the light shade on first, because I have to copy the eye exactly. That's how I feel. Or it's not gonna be the same. So yeah, it's not gonna be the shimmiest of shims. And you know what? I'm okay with that with these, because I know what these are like. And you can try to build them up. I've tried that. And once I've done that, or when I've wet them, I don't like the way it looks. So I'm not going to do that. I accept them for what they are. And again, if you like kind of soft looks, I mean, this is going to do it for you. But look at the pigment. Like, the pigment is there. And I really like how this is turning out, actually way better than the first look I did with Orange Paisley. This looks good. All right, so I've used 4 of the 5 shades. I'm debating on the brown, which is the one I have not used yet. And I'm kind of just thinking, let's do that. Let's use a BK Beauty 207 brush and let's do that. I just want to showcase all of the shades, and actually this looks good. And I'm sure you can probably build this pigment up a little bit more, but I'm choosing not to. This is coming down a bit lower than I had planned, but that's okay. And that's pretty much going to be the look. I'm going to use the lightest shimmer in the inner corner as a point, and we'll be on our merry way. Now these are now available pretty much everywhere, but at first it was just Nordstrom's and the Dior website. The blue one you cannot find on Dior, and I think out of all of them, I think the blue one's going to be the one to go. Out of all of the quints, the blue one is the most unique. And I'm saying that in comparison to other Dior quints I've seen. They have the denim one that I did recently acquire from Markie or Poshmark, I think. But the blues in the blue velvet are really unique, cool tones. Got a lavender in that one as well. And see, kind of diffusing that out, the brown is not super deep. And every time I use one of these, it makes me like them even more. Because at first, like sometimes I go back and forth, but I know that for me, it really depends on what kind of look I'm going for. And for softer looks, these are perfect. So let's go into the lightest shimmer, and I'm just taking a shader brush, not wetting it or anything. And this is gonna give a subtle highlight for the inner corner. It is not gonna be like my pop-in highlights that I usually like to do. It's gonna be soft. I like to be versatile in the looks that I create because I like it all. Like I like indie, I like luxury, I like grungy, I like ethereal. I think it just depends on the mood that I'm in. And I love this. This is like just a nice little summer vibe here. And I do have some indie on. I've got on my, I have on Pat McGrath blush, and then I have on the, what do we call this? The Menagerie Glow Blush. So yeah, I've got that on. So here's the eye look for today. And I'm really into this. I'm really into it. Oh, and I have on my Odin's Eye Angelica Nyquist headbands. Guys, okay. And I have my hair up. I'm doing a lot of different big things today. All right, I'm gonna finish this look off camera, and then we'll come back and put on the lipstick. All right, you all, this is the finished eye look. So let me just zoom in really fast so I can tell you what I did. Here's what it looks like. Now, if you can see underneath this liner, yes, ColourPop, y'all. This, I don't know what shade it is, but it is like a copper matte. One of my favorite liners by them. I really love it, and I line the top and bottom lashes with that. And then the mascara is also ColourPop. It is the Act Natural mascara in brown. See this, I'm really trying not to place an order from ColourPop, but they have 30% off, and I really love the Act Natural Lash Mascara, and I love my liners. It's just that sometimes they can be hit or miss, but this one is so creamy, it stays in the waterline, and I really, I'm not trying to order from ColourPop, y'all. Also on my face, I've got the Nars foundation mixed with my Auric Glow Lust and Pyrite. I have on the Armani Silk Fabric Concealer, Pat McGrath Blur Powder. I have on Gucci Bronzer in shade 3. And then I told you for blush is Nude Venus by Pat McGrath and the Menagerie Best Buds Glow. You see that? I can't, but I can. Now let's get into the lipsticks. I am going to be using this Dior Rouge, what is this called? Rouge Dior 634 Orange Matte. It's just called Rouge Orange. That's it. I'm gonna line my lips, hopefully this is not a mistake, with the Lisa Eldridge Dragon liner because I need a guide. I need a guide, and this is gonna be it. And unfortunately, I didn't swatch this to see if the colors were the same, but they're gonna be today. But a shade like this, I feel like I gotta have some guidance. But I think it's gonna work really fast. That's it right there. So beautiful, vibrant orange. And the colors are not exact, but I think this combo is right on actually. So the Dragon shade is a bit different. It looks like it's more red, and the Dior is way more orange. So I'm gonna try to just go over top of it like that. We're gonna stick with it. And that's it, y'all. That's gonna be today's look. Can I back up? Yeah. Look at that with the little pineapple with the, I can. All right, y'all, that is it for this video. Let me know what you think about the final look. I'm into it. I feel like I don't know where I'm going, but it's really just to work. Are there other palettes that we can achieve this look from? Absolutely. And I'm thinking about my Orange Sorbet palette by BH. That is like one of my favorite orange palettes. I think it is my favorite orange palette from the Sweet Shops collection. And I know I'm thinking Natasha Denona bronze palette. Maybe we can get something like this, but I absolutely love this look. So even if you don't have, you know, this quint, I am sure you have something in your collection where you can shop your stash and achieve something really similar. But as far as the performance, I think it's great. I think it's soft. I think everything blended out really nicely. I just have no complaints about that eyeshadow formula or anything like that. So that is it. Thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me today. I hope this was therapy for you. It definitely was for me. Thank you so much for listening to me about Markie. It's something that's always on my mind. I don't talk about it a lot, but it's anxiety provoking because I'm so worried about him, and I want him to have all the opportunities and chances that he can in life. And I'm sure that some of you watching this may have a child with special needs, and I just wanted to share it because maybe this can help you too. I will keep y'all posted on how the meeting turns out in a future video. But again, this was therapy for me. I hope it was for you. Until I see you again, make sure you're being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and I will see y'all really soon. Bye.